This is hydraulic mining, and so can't really see it, but they wash the hillside down and they kick the rocks up and over the edge, and you can see what they're doing. Right, so there's some limestone, there's some river-worn rock. They're actually burrowing into the bedrock, breaking the bedrock up.
Daddy, can I cut down this tree?
Sure. So that they can get all the gold out of the cracks. You can see where the water used to come racing through here. And then they just point a hose at the hill, and that washes everything down. I've passed this for years. I've never stopped to explore it. There's maybe 400 yards of it left through here. Part of a powder box right there. I mean, you can actually see where some folks have come in later and physically cleaned out the bedrock. Okay, so I don't know what stopped them or why there's gold in this part but not that part up there. But they would hose the hillside down, whoosh, and the rocks get kicked back until there's no more gold showing up in the sluice. There's some canvas hose right down there. See? There's where we're parked. That's the opening of a mine shaft right there. And then that's my logger, who I got to keep an eye out on cougar country. But I don't want to tell him that I have to keep an eye out, because I don't want him scared of coming out exploring. But Daddy really should be packing a pistol, and he's not today. That's poor parenting. Oh, there's something right up there too. There's I don't know, collapsed flume, collapsed mining building. Oops. Right up there. Another day. So I'm a long ways down, maybe 300 yards, and you can see where some hardcore hobbyist miners have really been hammering this section right through here. Not sure what they've been going after. And it doesn't look like... well, I bet they did it last year. Some of this was done last year. Interesting bits of ore coming up out of the ground. And so this rock stuff is just tapering off. This is still a corner of the mining areas that I've just never explored. So I'm going to work my way back up in here. Oh goodness. They've been doing a fair bit of work. Restacking rocks in order to get down to the bedrock material. I wonder what they thought. Which just stops. These rock piles stop right up here. So, fascinating. Might have to do a sample pan out of here someday, though I don't know whose claim it is. Though I don't believe it would be technically illegal to sample, because you can claim on top of somebody else in case they abandon their claims, but I like to find gold mines. I don't really care that much about finding gold. Yeah, they went in up here. Look at that, they really cleaned this bedrock up. Swept it clean. Digging out all the cracks and crevices, because the gold might have slid in there. Right out there is where the truck's parked. And I hear thunder. Thunder. Kaboom. Of course, I'm holding a big metal stick on the side of a mountain, and I can hear thunder. I'm the captain of smart decisions today. Go push my way through this little forest and find out what's up here. Never been on this side. Wicked cool. You know what this is, don't you? This is an old earth flume. I had no idea there was flumes on this side. Suppose it makes sense. Got some mistletoe in that tree. Scrub pine forest. Yep, bigger than life. That's where they brought their water in. Wow, I think I can smell a mine portal. That damp, musty smell, you know, in between the peals of thunder. I'm gonna have to make a zigzag pattern up here. I'll see if I can find it. Okay, so I'm now uphill, I don't know, 20 yards, and I'm on a real big ditch. A real big one. Dynamite crate. Section marker. There you go. Yeah. You can see it. Now you know exactly where I am. Down to the meter. Alright, so that big portal is right below me. Whole bunch of workings up here. The Lucas mine is right over there. I wasn't aware of any mines here. There are some buried mine portals that ooze rusty water right along that bank. But I wasn't aware of anything over here. Let's see if we can get down in there. Not inside, mind you, just down at the bottom. So now I'm in the bottom, looking up, draw to the mine face, which was somewhere right up in there. You can see the water oozing out of it down here at the bottom. Fascinating. And then we can come out. This was some stuff here that was mined by some fellows. 2007, I think. And as far as I could tell, they were using this little valley to dump their waste rock up here. But I almost swear there's something right there. So before the rain gets too bad, I might have to go peek at that too. It's getting to be a long video. So now I'm at the end of where I said they were getting rid of the waste rock. And this cut through here certainly isn't natural. Streams coming down, waterfall through here. And under the moss, because this is also very wet, there's a little bit of hand stacked rock over there, and there's some workings over there. So I'm not sure what the deal is. This, if you followed this up, it would take you up to Garrison Gulch, I believe. I can't remember if there's something that splits off before Garrison or if this one goes all the way up. But Alder Gulch is over there. We're kind of in a dividing hill line right here, and then Garrison Gulch is off that way. At least it is much higher up. So there might be sort of another one. It's not Spring Gulch, because I know where Spring Gulch is. We're above that. But there's clearly something up there, and it's also equally clear that this is not the time. And this is not the time to explore it. So, might have to come back here later. It's kind of one of those disappointing exploration runs, right? Everywhere you look, you swear you're just about to get something cool, and you never do. Although there's something cool right down there. Let's go look at that. Pretty flowers. Pretty flowers in this horrible mine dump. Anyways, kind of blends in, but you got this completely free stacked rock embankment right here. And I guess it's to hold back that pile of gravel, but where were they dumping that from? It wasn't coming from up there. It's all washed boulders, and that's all stuff that's been done much earlier. But this is pretty old. You can see the lichen growing on it. And then I'm standing on basically the same material. I wonder if it was sort of like a mill race. And there was two stacked walls, and then this was, you know, the stream's raceway down through here. But why take the time to do that? So many questions. I can hear a hawk screaming above me. There's a buried mine tunnel here under the road somewhere. All this water just comes whooshing up out of the ground right here. So you know there's a buried mine tunnel there. It's a fair bit of water, so it's flooded. And all of this stream right here disappears. The point of the machete disappears right there. Boom. Nothing. That's because this has been recently mined and the stream's simply flowing underground up on top. And it might be another 1,000 years or so before it flows, you know, like this down here, up there. This one's always driven me crazy. This is another buried mine tunnel. No doubt. 100% buried mine tunnel. What's different? What's different about this that drives me crazy every time I pass it? Look what's going on. Right. You got an oil slick oozing to the surface and rusty water. So it's back in here somewhere. There's a buried mine, and in that buried mine it's a bunch of equipment. There's a bunch of buried equipment, and it drives me crazy because I want to know what it is so badly. So badly. I was kind of hoping they were going to dig it up when they got up here. They didn't. But, yeah. It's kind of bubbling, percolating. That's the air bubbles coming out of the mine. But, buried mining equipment, no doubt. So you're getting the rust from the rails, the carts, the drill rod, who knows what's in there. And the oil slick or sheen from, you know, grease or oil in the machinery, or who knows, even a buried oil drum could be back up inside that mine easily. I had one old timer was trying to convince me that dynamite will give off a sheen like that, a lot of buried dynamite, because the glycerin's in oil. I don't know. I don't think I believe it. I don't think I believe it. But if I'm wrong, somebody will certainly correct me. It's not dangerous. I mean, it might be if it's, you know, a barrel of DDT or something like that, although the grass is growing here and the bugs are all around. It's not dangerous, even if it was a big old pile of dynamite, but it'd be darn cool, you know, if this was like the powder room. I mean, who knows where this mine goes, right? I mean, it could go way up in there. The Lucas, which is like the 4th or 5th largest mine, is just right at the tip of my sword. So we're in country, we're in big mine country right through here. None of the piddly little stuff. Anyways, it just, you know, it's just poof, gone now under the surface. On a flood year, it comes down here a little farther and stains all these rocks. That's it. I think we're gonna call it a day. Storm's blowing in, rain's falling, electricity in the air.